Hello everyone, welcome to Ian's Bricks. As you can see behind me, I have a box of Lego, which I'm waiting to get into. This is actually an auction haul. I've only got the one box this time. It is quite a large box, as you can see. It's quite thick. It actually arrived yesterday, and I only actually bought the items and won the items last week. So they're really, really quick on the delivery. So really thankful for that. I got 8 lots. I won 8 lots altogether. I did bid for quite a few more lots than that, but I don't always win a lot of these lots. I sort of put a maximum bid in, and for me, if it goes higher than that, then that's fine. I just sort of put my bids in prior to the auction, let the auction go through its thing, and then at the end of the day, I normally see how many I've won, and this time I won 8 things. The only downside about getting these within a week is I did pay post and packing for these, and there's unfortunately the post and packing charges are quite high for whatever reason. I've bought a few things which are considered large items, and if you have quite a few large items, it does add up. So there's probably not going to be an awful lot of profit in this long term for me, but it's always exciting to have a look into these auction hauls, see the quality of the items that I've actually received, and so I think without further ado, let's get it into this box and see if we can find out and see what we have inside, and see if I can remember what I bid on. These are normally packed very, very well, which is quite nice. So let me just try and get into this the best I can. Okay, so have another box inside the box, so it's nice and well packaged. I will give them that at least. So that is the box there. As you can see, it's all very, very well packaged, as these things always are. I think it's going to be a lot easier if I put this on the floor, and I'll pull out the individual items one by one and show you what I've got. So let's get into some of these things that are all wrapped up. So I think this one here has got a few poly bags in it. I did win a couple of smaller, sort of what I consider smaller lots with lots of different things in them. So the first thing that I've got is 2 of these, and I managed to pick up quite a few of these from some of these auction hauls. They are set number 40178. That's the VIP Lego bag. They did this a while ago when they were still calling it Lego VIP rather than Insiders. I think these are actually from 2 separate lots, so this is from one, this is from another. They're both sealed, both new. I do remember I had one of these at couple of these at my stalls last year, and somebody came to one of my shows and said, "Do you still have the VIP bag?" And I didn't. I'd sold it, so I've got 2 more now. Whoever you were, I'll be starting shows in February, so maybe check me out and see if I've still got those in stock. So I've got another bag here which I think's got more poly bags in. Okay, so there's a few different ones here. We've got this one here, which is a 30571, the Pelican Creator 3-in-1. I don't think that's particularly old or special. We've got this tiny little one here, which is 30548, which is one of these sort of weird create your own things. Don't know what that's all about. That's probably not worth anything. There's another one of those. Great, I've got 2. Hooray! We've got this here from the Lego Movie 2. It's from the original Lego Movie. It's the Micromanager Battle 30281 is the set number, so that'll be from a few years ago. No idea what that one's worth. Have to check that one up. Well, I've also got this little creator bag here as well, 40078, a little hot dog stall, which is quite nice, and a nice blue bike as well with that one, so that's an interesting thing there. We've got one of these VIP bags, which is the Summer Fun add-on pack. I remember picking a few of these up in the day. I've probably still got some kicking around somewhere, so a few different unusual poly bags. I think we've got more poly bags in this one as well. All very well wrapped, which is great. Okay, we've got another VIP bag there, which is the Pirate one, 40515. These go for about £5 or £6 if it shows, maybe a little bit more. 30575, which is the Polybag Train. Nothing too special, it's just the train engine, I think, on that one. None of these are particularly old. Oh, this is one I do like, though. The Flower Stall, 40140. That's quite a nice little cute thing. That would fit well in a little Lego city or something like that. It's quite nice. And oh, this is one of the ones that I had my eye on, and within the set is this here, 40079. This is the VW Camper. This is sort of the red version, the VW that they did in the larger scale. They did a small scale as well. So I did have one of these back in the day and sold it a long time ago. So really nice to get one of those. So that is that there. Do we have any more poly bags? I think we do. Get this one open. Right, and we have another one of the VW campers. Again, that was from the other lot. Both lots had similar poly bags in, and they were the ones that sort of the main ones that I had my eye on, were these VW campers. So pleased to get a couple of those. What else do we have? Alien Conquest. I've got no idea what that is. 30141. Answers on a postcard for this one. Let's just have a quick look at the back and see what year it was from. This is from, and I can't see because I've got terrible eyesight. Oh, this is actually from 2011, so this is quite old. This is, what, 13, 14 years old now, so not sure there's any great value to that, but you never know. That's interesting. Nice. Fairly good condition as well. We also have another one of these VIP bags. This is the Halloween add-on pack. This is quite a nice one, this, because you've got like pumpkins in and spiders' webs and things like that. So that's also a fairly popular one. We have this Monkey Kid 30341, the Monkey Kid delivery bike. So we have one of those as well. Not quite sure how popular they are, but I'll find out. And we have this as well, which is the 40049, the Sopwith plane. They did a larger scale version of this back in the day, so that's the small poly bag version there. Right, are we done with poly bags? I've got these very interesting things in the... They're made out of paper. I've never seen these before. They're very unusual. Anyway, they're just sort of packing material, but maybe it's kind of a new thing to have everything made out of paper, so it saves the planet and all that. Right, okay. We've got another bag here, which I think's got more poly bags in. I think I won 2 lots in total, which had a mixture of box sets and poly bags. So I've obviously got quite a few poly bags to go through. Right, oh, this one might be interesting. Oh, look at that. Superheroes, the Martian Manhunter. No idea about that minifigure. When's that from? 2014, so 10 plus years old. I'll have to look that one up because I've got no idea what that one's worth. Another VIP poly bag, which is the pirate one again, which we've already seen. Oh, this is quite a good one. Yeah, I like this one. 40056. I had a few of these back in the day as well. This is the Thanksgiving table. This is from quite a while ago as well. 2013. They did a whole sort of range here with summer, spring, summer, and autumn. But they did this sort of Thanksgiving one as well. So I only ever had 1 or 2 of those. It's nice to get another one of those again. What else do we got? A little creator sort of truck thing here. Nothing too special. 30024. Again, it's from 2011, so it's quite old, but probably no great value in something like that. No minifigures or anything. We've also got one of these, which are these 40244 is the set number. This was some kind of building thing here. What is it? Is it kind of a... Can't really see it there. There's a picture on the front there. It's kind of like a dragonfly or something like that, I think. Yeah, unusual pieces there. I've never seen those sort of green trans pieces before, so they're interesting, but whether there's any great value to something like this, I'm probably not too sure. Another Lego Movie bag as well, a Micromanager Battle. And we've also got another one of these 40403 is the set number, and this is like it's kind of a unicorn, I think, this one. These are weird, these poly bags. They were sort of didn't do for very long, but they don't have pictures on of the actual set, so you kind of got no idea what you're getting, and the books were always folded in half, so you could never tell really what they were. But another one of those. I think they're worth an awful lot. And 30571, another Pelican, which I think we had one of those earlier. I think that might be it for poly bags. I'm just having a quick look, and they do look like they're all box sets from now on. So let's start getting into some of these. Start with the smaller ones first of all, the least exciting ones. All very well wrapped, I have to say. Now, this is something I think I don't have any of these left now, so I do now. I've got another one. This is 40529, the Children's Amusement Park. These were gift with purchase 2 or 3 years ago. There were loads of them around. I managed to get loads of them at the time. They only sell for about £8 and £9 at shows, but you know, that's, again, it was part of a larger haul with all these different poly bags and things like that. Slightly better one here. I can see what this is myself through the packaging. This is one of my favourite gifts we purchased from a couple of years ago. And these go for decent money on the aftermarket. This one here, the Forestman's Hideout, 40567. I remember picking some of these up when I was in Denmark, in Billund, a couple of years ago. It was a promotion at the time. It was around June time of 2023, I think it was. They were giving these away, celebrating 90 years of play. That was back in the day. Little bit of crease in there on the box. You can see a little indentation, but to be fair, that's nothing. And very, very nice set. These are always very popular at Lego shows, which is where I sell most of my Lego. We've got another gift with purchase set here, which again, not particularly exciting, this one, I don't think. These one of these sort of weird 12-in-1 Christmas and 24-in-1 look Christmas sets. These are okay. Again, these sell for a few pounds at shows. They're not that exciting. The only downside with these particular sets, nothing really on the back, is that you can't build all 24 models at once. So they've got, I think they have instructions inside of different things you can build. You can see obviously a reindeer there. It's just parts, really. They're just parts packs. But yeah, it's a Christmas one. So we're in January. We're well past Christmas now. Right, I've just spotted this as well. I did know I was getting this as part of my haul, but it's probably one of my things that I could have done without, really. It's just, again, one of those things when you get a large sort of bulk item with lots of different sets in, you sometimes pick up these sets which are basically available everywhere. 31058, the Creator 3-in-1 Dinosaur. I mean, not a bad set, not my cup of tea, really. I don't have any of these. I don't even know whether these are still available or whether they've retired or not. Box is in great condition, just a couple of little marks on there, but yeah, this will sell for a few quid on a stall. I won't be charging too much for that one. But something I might be charging a little bit more for is possibly this. This is one thing that I had my eye on. So this is part of another haul now. So a lot of the things that you've seen there are both from the some of the larger sort of lots that I won, whereas a mix of things. There was a Harry Potter one that I won, which had 3 or 4 sets in it. Now, the only downside about this, which I've just spotted, is the box is damaged. I don't remember it being damaged from the instructions, but it's just like, looks as though it's been crushed, and it's almost could have even happened in here, somebody pushing something in. So a little bit of a disappointment that the box is damaged on this one. That might affect the price a little bit, but if I sell this on, I would obviously say that it was box damaged. But this is a very popular set, 30628, the Monster Book of Monsters from Harry Potter. This was a gift we purchased back in the day, but it's just a very, very popular one. So again, I'll be sort of selling this on. Yeah, just a shame about that indentation. Look at that. That's actually quite bad, but all the contents inside are going to be fine. So yeah, I'll just sell this on. I'll have a look at sold eBay prices, see what sort of mint condition boxes go for, and obviously probably charge a little bit less, which is a bit of a shame because I think I paid quite a bit of money for this particular Harry Potter lot. It's just one of the downsides, unfortunately, of getting things from delivered in the post. Right, what else have we got in here? Oh goodness me. Get rid of some more of these things here. Let's try and get some of these things out. Okay, so this is another one. I think it was part of a larger haul. There was more than one set in this particular item. I can't remember which one it was now. These have actually retired now. It's the McLaren from the Speed Champions, McLaren double pack 76918. These only retired at the end of last year, so they don't really have a lot of age to them. It's interesting to see that the security tags on this one, that's obviously probably from Sainsbury, I think, here in the UK. They seem to be over the tabs, which I'm hoping that... No, the box hasn't been opened. It's just unusual to see the tabs, the security tabs, over where the opening tabs would be for the box. I think they're okay, but it does sort of Make me wonder whether this has been tampered with at some stage. I don't think it has. It looks okay. Yeah, just a little bit weird that it's the security tabs over there. Hey ho, but this will, I don't know what these are worth now. Probably not much more than recommended retail, around about £30. I've just spotted as well, you can probably see that, is that there is a bit of a scrape on the front there. So I don't know, maybe I'll end up opening this one and building this one, because it's a little bit damaged, and we'll have to wait and see. I do occasionally build some of these sets that I get from auction. Right, let's get into some of the larger sets now. We have another Harry Potter set, and it is another set that is retired. Let's just check the box condition on this one. This actually looks quite good. And this is a Hedwig set. I've still got a few of these left myself, actually. 75979 is the set number. These are starting to creep up in value now. I think back in the day you could buy these. I think these are £35. You could quite often get them from places like Amazon in the UK for 20, 25. I think I even got some for about £15-16 from one of the Amazons in probably Germany or somewhere. But these sell readily now, it shows, for upwards of £40. So that is quite a nice little set, and it always seems to be a popular set. Obviously the wings go up and down. There's a little turner thing on the bottom, and the wings will go up and down with that. Let's pop that there. We've got another Harry Potter set, which is this one here, one of the bigger ones. There we go, finally got into that. And this is the 4 privet drive set, 75968. Again, a set that's retired. It hasn't gone up that much in value since it went out of stock at the end of 2023, I think this was. I like this set. I did buy this and build this myself. It is a very nice little set. Yeah, this should sell reasonably well, I think, at a show. Again, I've got a few more of these in storage as well for myself that I haven't managed to sell on yet. But that is another Harry Potter set that we've got there. Let's just move things over. I'll have to create a bit more space at the back for the rest of the sets. That's better. That creates a little bit more space. So we've got another small box which I found at the bottom of the box, and it's another one of these sort of promo sets. So this will have been a set that came with all the poly bags and everything like that. And we have this one here. 40527 is the set number. It's one of the Easter ones. Obviously we're coming up to Easter, so it's not a bad time of year to get this. I think both the little chicks sort of fit within the egg pieces there. When is this from? I don't think it's from that long ago, really. Let me see if I can find a date on this one. This is from 2022, yeah, so it's not from that long ago. But yeah, it's something that somebody might want. I don't know how much these go for on the aftermarket, but not a bad little thing to have. So let's get into some of the bigger and larger sets now. Just having a quick look at what we've got left. So this is something I don't think I've ever had in my collection. And it's one of the Lunar New Year sets, but one of the early ones from I think the start when they started doing these. And it is this set here. And it is 80103. This is the Dragon Boat race. What's very interesting with this particular set is just the number of minifigures that you get. How many do you get on? Look how many you get. There's loads of them. You get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 minifigures in a set like this. And they're all got different facial expressions as well, which is quite nice. Yeah, not quite sure what this is worth. I'll go through the prices of what I paid for all of these, by the way, at the end, because there was different lots with different things together. So, yeah, I'm pleased to get one of these. What year is this from? Let's see if I can find the year on the side of the box. 2019, so it's not from that long ago, but these Lunar New Year sets do tend to only stay on the shelves for 1 year, so this would have only been available probably during if it's made in 2019, it's probably from 2020 when it was for sale. But yeah, still a nice little thing. I'm not quite sure how popular these dragon heads and boats will be, but yeah, the amount of minifigures in that is quite good. And the other set to go with that, sort of two sets in the same, is this one here. So it's another Lunar New Year set. Oh, there we go. That was quite difficult to get into. And this is set 80107. This is the Spring Lantern Festival. This is probably one of my favourite of the sets that they've done from the Lunar New Year sets. Again, look how many minifigures you get with this. You get a few, but not as many as the last set. But I just love how this is in the style of a garden. It's a really nice thing. This was the year of the bull, I think it was, or the cow, whatever it is, from a couple of years after the other set that we saw. It's got a light brick in there as well. A little bit of box creasing on the bottom there. You can probably just see that in the light. There we go. But it's not too bad at all. The seals still look all okay and intact, which is good. So yeah, nice set this. So the two Lunar New Year sets were both in the same auction. Let me just check and see what I actually paid for these, because I've not talked about prices yet, because I've not really got there. The hammer price on those two sets together was £70, so I think that's pretty good. I don't know what that was to start with, but that must have been £80 or £90 to start with on its own. Now, we have fees and charges on top of that, so there's normally 27% in fees, which is makes it £88.90 for that particular set, and there were unfortunately post and packing charges. I think for the larger sets they worked out at around about £10 each, so that really does bump the price up. So it cost me about £100 for those two sets there. Not quite sure what they're both worth, but I think that one's probably upwards of £50, certainly. That one probably a little bit more. So there's definitely a bit of profit in those sets as well. And while I'm at it, I can talk about the Harry Potter ones as well. So we've got the 3 Harry Potter sets there. They were all part of the same lot. And I paid £90 for my hammer price for those, which means that my total was £114.30. Add on another £10 for post and packing, around about £124 for that. So I know that the Privet Drive goes for probably about 70-ish now. The Hedwig for about 45, and box condition maybe let that one down a bit. I think they go upwards of about £50. Again, I'll have to check my prices, but again, there's certainly a little bit of profit in there if you add those all together, but not an awful lot. And let's get into some more sets then. I've got some things which I think were all individual buys. All the rest of them were sort of smaller lots. We have this one here. Now this is, you can probably see one straight away. Let me turn that the other way up. Look at that. So we've got the poly bag before for the Sopwith Camel. This is the actual set, and I don't think I ever had this set. This is from quite a few years ago now. Let's get this out of the box. Let's have a check of the condition. It all looks very, very nice. Look at that. Look at that plane. Very, very nice. I'm not very, very into planes myself. It's not really my cup of tea. 10226. I was having a look today actually how much these go for on the aftermarket, and it's certainly well upwards of £200. Some of them closer to £300. So I think that's a really nice set. What I'll probably do is when I sell this on, I'll sell this with a mini version as well, which I got in the poly bag. 10226 is the set number, 883 pieces. With this, what did I pay for that? So as I say, I do know these go well upwards of £200 on the aftermarket and eBay and things like that. Sopwith Camel, I paid £120 hammer price. With all the fees and everything, it was 152. With the post and packing, it's about 162-ish pounds for that. So, yeah, that will be something that hopefully I'll be able to make a reasonable amount of profit on, because it does seem to be something that sells for quite a premium these days, and the box condition on that one is pretty good. So I'm very pleased with that. And we have this set here as well. You can probably see through the bubbles what that is, and I always seem to manage to win these particular auctions. I don't know why. I don't know whether they're just not popular or whether I just get my bids in at the right time and bid the right price. But yeah, I've got another one of these, which is the VW Campers, and of course I've got the 2 smaller versions earlier in the poly bags. So let's just have a quick look at the box condition again. pretty good. There's a little bit of a mark on the front there, as you can see. Oh, there's a little bit of a mark there, but all in all, I think that's pretty good. Set number is 10220. This is the Volkswagen Camper, 1,334 pieces, so quite a big set, this one. Really nice set. I said I've been managing to pick up a few of these over recent months on some of these auctions. What did I pay for that though? I'm hearing you ask me. Let's just check my notes because I can't remember. My hammer price on that was £90, and that meant that the total with all the fees was 114. With the post and packing on, that's going to be about 124, 125 pounds. I've sold some of these at shows recently for about 160. Not a great deal of profit, but again, the reason why I like to get a lot of these sets, if you don't know, when I go to these Lego fairs and shows, is just to have different sets from what other people have. A lot of people at these shows now have a lot of the similar kind of sets, things that have retired in the last year or two. If I can get some older sets that maybe retired 4, 5, 6+ years ago, I think that just makes me hopefully stand out from the rest of the crowd at these shows, just to have a few different things in there. Right, we've got one more box to get into, and it's another creator set. You can probably see what that is. So there we go. And this is something that again I don't think I've ever had. Let's just get into it. It's one of the Winter Village sets, if you haven't figured it out already. And it's this one here, which is, I think, the fire station. 10263, the Winter Village Fire Station, 1,166 pieces for this. Decent amount of minifigures in this. Again, this is from a few years ago now, so I'm going to have a quick check, see if I can find the year on this one. 2018, not as old as I thought it was. Not too sure how popular this particular set is, but let me try and find out what I actually paid for this, because, again, I've got my notes here. And see if I can find that. We have... Oh, so this actually came with that little Christmas set that we had as well, which I don't think is particularly exciting. This one here, I don't know why they were packaged together. I mean, that's probably worth less than a tenner, if anything. So £60 was the hammer price for these two sets here, which means I paid £76.20 for them. Post and packing would have been a little bit less on this one, probably about a £5 or so. £81. Oh, there's probably not a lot of profit in that one. I don't know whether these sell upward of £100 yet. I'll maybe have to double check that one. Yeah, that is pretty much everything from all of the different lots. What I'll try and do is I'll try and piece together some of the other smaller lots to kind of show you how much I paid for each one of those as well, because I've talked about all the larger lots that I won. Here is one of the lots then. So you saw these come out the box earlier, but these 5 particular sets were part of the same lot. I actually paid a hammer price of £50 for these 5 sets, which means that my buying price, so the extra fees, makes it £63.50 with a post and packing around about £68. It was about £5 post and packing for this one. £70 on this, I don't know. Probably that's worth at least 30. That's probably worth about 30, 60, 70. Oh, okay, I'm probably only just going to make money back on that one, so probably not the best, one of the best things to bid on in this particular one. Maybe I overbid for that, but I think this might be possibly worth a little bit more than I'm realising. So just a shame that there was a little bit of box damage on this one, and I'm probably not going to be able to charge too much for that one. Let's have a look at some of the poly bags as well. Here are the poly bags then. So the Sopwith Camel did actually come with the larger Sopwith, which I didn't realise. I thought that came with the rest of the poly bags, so that was kind of a separate lot. But we have 2 piles here of poly bags. One was £45 on the hammer, and the other was £40 on the hammer, which means that they cost me, I think one of them cost me with the poster packing and the fees, probably cost me around £55, and the other one cost me closer to £60. Within there, though, I think it's worth noting that particularly these VIP bags tend to go for around about £15, and the most important one is, of course, the VW Camper. They go for close to £40. So, and surprisingly, I think this one as well went for a decent amount of money. That went for about £15. So there's certainly some higher price ones in there, and all the rest of them are probably sort of lower prices. But there's certainly some half decent stuff within those different piles of poly bags, as you saw when I opened them. that's everything I've got then at this Lego auction haul. I hope you enjoyed it. There's certainly a variety of different sets in there. None of them are particularly old. There's a couple of things in there which are sort of over 5 years, but generally it's stuff from fairly recent times. But it's still some nice sets that I could take to Lego fairs and festivals. Hopefully these will be different from sets that other people will be having on their stalls, so hopefully they'll do well. And I'll probably, because I've got quite a few poly bags now as well, I'll have to take those along to the fair as well, because yeah, there's sort of no point in buying these. I'm not going to sell them on. I think most popular, or the things that I'm most happy with, should I say, is the Sopwith Camel, the plain 10226. Nice set. That got a little bit of age to that. I think that'll be quite popular and will sell on quite well. And I'm also pleased to get the two Chinese Lunar New Year sets as well. The boat particularly. That's one that I sort of missed out on the time. So it's nice to have one of those. But yes, I will be selling it on like I will all of these sets. If you go into the Portsmouth Brick Festival on the 2nd of February, or if there's anything left potentially, Tunbridge Wells Brick Festival on the 9th of February, do keep an eye out for some of these sets, and because I will probably be taking most, if not all, of these sets to those fairs. But that's pretty much it for now. I do hope you enjoyed this Lego auction haul video. Probably not a lot of profit in some of these sets for me, but I'd still hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoy sort of bidding on these things and making these kind of videos. I'm sure there'll be more Lego auction hauls throughout the year as 2025 goes on. That's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.